you had done sort of a little bit of experimentation earlier in the last 12 months. So why launch this now, and what is this leading to?
Right. So the inspiration behind all of these programs is just the simple fact that the opportunity to have access to mobility rather than ownership is it's just a huge opportunity area. So that in New York City, where obviously everyone knows that ownership is down and low, down about 25%, providing residents of the Ritz Plaza with access without the burdens of ownership, where the costs of parking and insurance are so high, was a great chance for us to deliver an integrated product for them to share. And so in New York, residents of the Ritz Plaza get 3 hours of access that comes with their rent, and then beyond that they pay roughly $10 an hour or $75 a day to access a diverse fleet of vehicles.
Right. So, but it's 6 cars, right? 6 cars and something like 20 plus parking lots around the city?
Yeah, well, it's actually 10 so far. We've got 8 Trax vehicles, so they're small utilities that are, roomy and tall, all-wheel drive, great to shoot around the city in, and then 2 Equinox vehicles. And then the parking partner is Icon Parking, and they actually have 200 all-valet parking garages all around the city.
Well, I wonder, what the end game is here, because if you're successful at this, and obviously it's a cool idea, and I'm sure a lot of New Yorkers would love to be a part of this, but it doesn't help you sell more cars as General Motors, right? I mean, the best thing would be if everyone bought his or her own car, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I think, Matt, there are a couple of things going on here. In New York specifically, as I mentioned, ownership is decreasing. So providing 25 vehicles to 200 individuals and them being shared is better than and more economically rational than offering 20 vehicles to 20 people who own them and keep them there and use them seldomly. Secondly, we think that offering access to mobility really increases the size of the addressable market as well. You're giving access to automotive mobility to people who otherwise wouldn't have access to it.
Right, so they can drive your cars, and who knows, maybe one day they move to the suburbs, they might buy one of your cars then.
Yeah, Betty, and that's a great point, because we do see that, millennials, they may not necessarily be foregoing ownership completely. We've seen a lot of data that they're actually just deferring a lot of things, whether it's college, like in your previous segment, or marriage, or their first big job. And so ultimately, when people have families, the need to have the freedom of an automobile, grows, obviously.
I wonder where you see other mobility solutions like this. Are you trying any other experiments that are similar?
Yeah, we certainly are. I mean, obviously, commuter pooling. Also, we talked yesterday during our business conference about a project that we did early last year with Google. The act of commuting into and out of campuses or into and out of train stations, is a very inefficient process but very pedestrian today, where people in single occupant vehicles are coming in and going out. And the opportunity with clear trip patterns and the ability to connect people with apps and vehicle connectivity allows you to set up commuter pooling systems that are very efficient and that can be responsive because of connectivity and not necessarily inconvenient or something that you can't rely on. So that's one other model that we're looking at clearly. But this whole idea is driven by the idea that you can merge connectivity with the vehicle and with personal devices to create systems that provide access.